1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, got a
Jeremy
check from
Vidig.
Theo, got a check from Jeremy, check from Anthony.
Sean Torres.
Got Sean checked in.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
There's Alan.
Alan Rodil.
All right, looking for a few more turn marshals. Also looking for King Arroyo.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
We can give you a minute, King. Still waiting on a couple of turn marshals here. Got Carlos, got Ryan, got Bryant. Looks like Nelson's having a word with Mr. Cardinale.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, looks like Jeff is on the right side of the course.
Less than 5.
Okay, who did that? Carlos, look down. Yeah, who did that? I'll explain later, Carlos. All right, King, how's it looking? 3 screws? Okay. Okay, I think we're down to 2 screws now. I'll get you in the next one, John. All right, there we go. What's up? Uh-huh. Oh.
King Arroyo.
Oh, yeah. And how do I stop it? Okay, thank you. All right, just learned something new about the system here. Okay, so we're going to go live loop for round number 1. All right, exciting start here to race number 1. Let these guys have an opportunity to complete lap number 1. Try to avoid contact, guys, if possible. All right, we got King going 21.3, Theo at 22 flat, Sean at 20.3, and Jeremy at 21.8. We're 30 seconds in. Right now, Sean Torres being shown your race leader. He's driving the blue, red, and white. Whoa. All right, lap number 2 being logged. And it's going to be Theo Lynn on top of the leaderboard, followed by King, Jeremy, Sean, Alan, and Anthony. We're just 1 minute down, 5 minutes left. Theo Lynn that time by 19-1. He's having fun. He's out front. Not a care in the world. 1:15 down, 4:45 remains. Right now it's Theo, Jeremy, Sean, followed by Alan, King, and Anthony. All right, 1:30 down, 4:30 left. Theo, Sean, Jeremy, Alan, King, Anthony, your full running order so far. So Theo's pace currently 18:03. We got Sean 18:17. Jeremy also 18:17. Alan right with him 18:18. King on a 16:15. Anthony on a 16:17. Careful in the middle, guys. It's going to be Jeremy now to the front. Jeremy driving the white and turquoise car. Sean holding down the 2. Driving the blue, red, and white. 2:15 down, 3:45 left. This time around, Sean taking over the top spot, 18:11. Alan 18:16. Theo 17:06. Jeremy 17:10. King 16:01. And Anthony 16:13. At 2:30 down, 3:30 to go. And Alan Rodil with a good lap there, 19:1. So Alan, a couple of 19s consecutively there. That will put him on top of the leaderboard. That's going to be the turquoise car. All turquoise, that is. 3 minutes down, 3 minutes left. Alan on an 18:09 for pace. Got Sean going 18:15. Jeremy going 17:01. Theo 17:11. King 17:14. And Anthony 16:07. So right now, Alan about 4 seconds up on Sean. Sean 2 seconds up on Jeremy. Jeremy now 4.5 up on King. King 0.3 ahead of Theo. And Theo 26 up on Anthony. Got 3:30 down, 2:30 to go. All right, Alan, Sean, Jeremy, King, Theo, Anthony, your full order. Careful in the rhythm, guys. Careful in the rhythm. That is clear. We got just about 2 minutes remaining here. Alan, Sean, Jeremy, still your top 3. Got Alan 18:05, Sean 18:14, Jeremy 17:02, Theo 17:06, King 17:10, and Anthony 15:04. All right, 1:45 remaining, drivers. Sean Torres with the new fast lap, 19:0. Oh, well, that's clear. Careful in turn 2, guys. All clear, all clear. Got a minute 20 left in this one. All right, Jeremy now going new fast lap, 18,999. 18.99, like it's on sale at Walmart. 1 minute to go, drivers. Alan on an 18.03, Jeremy 18.17, Sean 18.19, Theo 17.05, King 17.14, Anthony 15.15. 40 seconds remain. Closest battle right now, Sean and Jeremy, less than 1 second apart. Everyone else separated by at least 5 seconds here. 20 seconds left in race number 1. Alan, Sean, Jeremy, top 3, Theo, King, Anthony. Sean right now 1.2 ahead of Jeremy. That's the closest battle here to the finish. Keep going, drivers. Keep on going. Keep going. Alan, you are done. Theo, you are done. King, you are done. Anthony, you are done. Sean, you're done. And Jeremy, you're done. That'll be a race, guys. Finishing order there. Alan going 18.02. Sean going 18.13. Jeremy 18.15. Theo 17.05. King 17.13. And Anthony 15.15. Let's see. Race number 3.
Chef Dave. Ryan R. Randall.
All right, so Landon's here. I guess that means it's diff night tonight.
Martin Arroyo.
We're going to do our diffs.
Ryan Merck.
Maybe I should look at my shocks, too.
Jimmy Blackwell. Ron Williams. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
Hey, John, do you have a transponder? Is it plugged in?
"30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
All right, turn marshal should be Alan, Sean, Jeremy, Theo, King, and Anthony. I got Anthony, I got Alan, I got Sean. I got
John
somebody
Millio.
down here, can't see who, maybe Jeremy? And King's over there too? All right, so here's the question, where is Theo? All right, Theo, can I get you actually right over there, please? Yeah. What's that? I can't hear you over Theo's shirt. All right, we're going racing. Careful at the end of the straight, guys. All right, 15 seconds in. These guys are working on lap number 1. Got Kreider going 19.3, Merck at 19.5, Arroyo 19.7, Blackwell 20.1, Randall 21.4, Willio 24. All right, 35 seconds in. Dave Kreider, fastest opening lap. And he backs it up with a 19.9. Merck opens up with a pair of 19-second laps. Jimmy on lap 2, however, going 18.3. All right, 1 minute down, 5 minutes left. Right now, it's Brian, Jimmy, Dave, Martin, Ryan, Ron, and John, your full running order. I'm trying to figure out what car Jimmy is driving. Oh, it's a 6.4, okay. All right, 130 down, 430 remaining. We got Jimmy Blackwell right now on a 19.01. Brian Merck on 19.07. Dave Kreider 19.15. Martin Arroyo 19.16. Ryan Randall 19.17. John going 17.12 and Ron going 17.15. Yeah, Jimmy making his way very cleanly through traffic there. So right now, Jimmy's pace almost in the 20-lap territory. 2:05 down, 3:55 remaining. Jimmy, Brian, Dave, followed by Ryan, Martin, Ron, and John. Your full running order. All right, race leader driving the orange and green. It looks like he's coming up on Dave next. Oh, a little pile up here. Work together, guys. Work together. 240 down, 320 left. So race leader driving the orange and green. Second place is going to be Brian Merck. And what car is Brian driving today? He's running, wow. Interesting seeing Brian Merck without one of his own paint jobs. Did your kids do that one? Wow. So new car for Brian Merck. So Brian Merck running the Mugen buggy. Yeah, a little bit of variety here. Got 330 down, 230 to go. Speaking of Brian Merck, he has just taken the race lead. 19:15 the pace. All right, Merck 19:13, Blackwell 18 flat. Martin also on an 18 flat. Ryan 18:03. Dave going 18:10. Ron 18:16. And John 16:03. We got 4 minutes down, 2 minutes left. Work together, guys. Work together. Oh, geez. Careful at the tabletop, guys. Careful at the tabletop. 430 down, 130 to go, drivers. Merck continues to lead this one, 19:16. Blackwell only 0.6 of a second back now. Got Ryan about 8 back of Jimmy. Martin 3.5 back of Ryan. Dave about half a second back of Martin. Ron about half a second back of Dave. And John about 28 back of Ron. Got just over 1 minute to go, drivers. All right, Brian, Jimmy, Ron. Now your top three. Ron Williams, wow. Big gainer on that lap, going from about the 5th spot. He's either 5th or 6th, jumping up to the 3 now. 40 seconds remain, drivers. So Merck 1914, Blackwell 1915, Randall 1811, Williams also 1811, Martin 1813, Dave 1815, John 1602. So we got ourselves a little battle going on for the 3 spot here. Ron Williams, Ryan Randall, Martin Arroyo, and Dave Kreider. 15 seconds to go, drivers. Keep on going. Keep going, drivers. Keep on going. Jimmy, you're done. Brian, you're done. Ryan, you're done. Dave, you're done. Martin, you're done. John, you're done. Ron, you're done. That will be a race, guys. In the end of that one, Jimmy Blackwell taking it by half a second. So Jimmy going 1912.6, Brian going 1913.3. Robert, I'll get you in race number 4. Ryan going 1807, Ron 1808, Dave 1811, Martin also 1811, and John 1719. All right, guys, we're going into race number 3. That'll be Tony, Art, Boris, Lucas, Ben, Steve, and Landon.
Boris Morales. AJ Cardinale.
Careful
Lucas
at the big jump, guys.
Sichowlowski.
Careful at the big jump.
Steve Loom.
Careful at the big jump and careful at the speed bumps on the left side. With that being said, I could use the help of my turn marshals.
Jump and land N. Long Ben. One minute to the start of the race.
All right, we got our turn marshals making their way out. Got Martin, I got Ryan, got Jimmy, got Ron, got Ryan, got Brian.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, waiting for Wilson. Your transponder might not be plugged in. Okay.
30 seconds
I'll hand
to the
count you,
start
but
of the
I only have
race.
10 fingers. That's all right. I'll try hand count you.
15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
All right, folks. Well, got one down. Okay, looks like everybody is about ready to go. Actually, Ron, a little safer spot. Might be move about 15 feet to your right. Ron Williams, I think it'd be safer if you move to your right. Yeah, I think that's a much safer spot. All right, folks, we're going to go racing here. Let me get side of Wilson so I can hand count him. All right, everybody's being scored. This is race number 3 of Wednesday Night Racing. 25 seconds in the books. Fastest opening lap is going to be Landon Kane, 17.9. He's driving that silver and blue ride, making his way through the rhythm section. All right, 2 laps in the books. It's going to be Landon, Steve Art, Boris, Tony, Lucas, and Ben. Landon getting caught up with some traffic here. All right, lap number 3 in the books. Now it's going to be Steve Leung taking a turn at the top of the leaderboard. That's Steve, Art, Boris, Tony, Landon, Lucas, and Ben. Your early running order, $1.15 down, 4:45 left. All right, 1:30 down, 4:30 to go. Careful at the tabletop, guys. All clear, all clear. All right, so Art Cardinale now taking over the 1 spot. He's on 20:05. Got Tony Wilson 20:09. Boris 2016. Steve 19:03. Landon 19:04. Lucas 19:16. And Ben 18:07. 2 minutes in, 4 minutes remain, drivers. Fast lap so far, Landon Kane, 17:4. $2.15 down and 3:45 left. Right now, Cardinale about, I don't know if that split time is correct. All right, so Tony Wilson now to the top spot. He's half a second up on Art. Art 3.3 ahead of Landon. Landon 0.4 ahead of Boris. Boris 3.5 up on Lucas. Lucas 1/10 ahead of Steve. And those guys about 5 up on Ben. So we got Wilson leading the way here. Blue and yellow car. Second place is right in front of him. That's Art Cardinale. Keep going, Art. Go, go. $3.15 down, 2:45 left. Tony, Art, Landon, followed by Lucas, Steve, Boris, and Ben. So Tony on a 20:01, Art 20:06, Landon 20:08, Steve 19:01, Lucas 19:01, Boris 19:07, Ben 19:19. Yeah, 2:25 to go in this one. This is race number 3 on track. $3.45 down, 2:15 remains. Yeah, Landon now to the 2. All right, Tony Wilson 20:01 is the pace. Landon on 20:05, Art 20:06, Steve 20:17, Lucas 19 flat, Boris 19:07, and Ben 19:18. $1:40 to go, drivers. So Tony's lead about 2.5 seconds up on Landon. Landon 1.7 up on Art. Art 6.9 ahead of Steve. Steve 0.4 ahead of Lucas. Lucas 5 seconds up on Boris. And Boris 8 up on Ben. 1:20 remaining, drivers. $1:10 to go, 70 seconds left. $55 seconds remain, drivers, just under a minute. Tony on a 20 flat for pace. Landon 20:04, Art 20:08. Steve 2014, Lucas 2016, Boris 19:03, and Ben 19:15. 35 seconds to go. $20 seconds left. right, time has expired. Keep on going. Do not stop. All right, Tony, you are done. Landon, you are done. Boris, you are done. Art, you are done. Lucas, you're done. Ben, you're done. One more car. Making his way around the final couple of corners. And that'll be a race. Tony going 20 flat. Landon 2001. Art 2009. Lucas 2012. Steve 2014. Boris in 1902. And Ben 1913. All right, we're going race number 4. Race number 4. Bryant, Ryan, George, Jeff, Nelson, Carlos, and Robert.
Too Soon Jr. George Lynn. Nelson B. Ryan Sage Z.
All right, looking for our turn marshals, drivers from the previous group.
Ryan Marafiunte. Double C. One minute to the start of the race.
All right, let's see. Lucas, can I get you to move to the right, please? Awesome, thank you, sir.
45 seconds to the start of the race. Robert Del Visco. 30 seconds to the start.
All right,
of the
I got
race.
Ben, I got Steve, I got Lucas, I got Ben, I got somebody down here.
15 seconds to
All
the
right,
start
I
of
can
the
use
race.
one in front of the driver's stand. If I can get one of you guys in front of the driver's stand.
Less than 5.
All right. We are about ready to go racing here. Okay, that's a start for everybody. All right, Bryant starting off 16.5, Ryan 16.9, George 17.0, Jeff 17.4, Robert 17.5, Nelson 18.4. We got 30 seconds down. All right, Mirafuente starts off a pair of 16.5s. Oh, up front. Careful on the tabletop, guys. That is clear. We got 50 seconds down, 5:10 remaining here. So we got 3 laps in the books for some of our runners. Right now it's Mirafuente 22.07, Ryan 22.09, Robert 21.08, Jeff 21.10, Nelson 20.05, George 20.16. And trouble for Carlos here. We got a minute 25 down, 4:35 to go. And Ryan Sagisi to the front. Careful in the middle, guys. All right, it's clearing up. Buck 40 down. Right now it's Sagisi out of 22.09. Got Mirafuente 22.13. Del Visco 21.07. Miranda 21.09. Lynn 20.02. Nelson 19.19. 2 minutes down, drivers. 4 minutes remaining. All right, we got 2:15 down, 3:45 left. Ryan Bryant, Robert, Jeff, George, Nelson, Carlos. You know, Carlos, it looks like the car's diving really hard mid-corner. It's almost like the front sway bar came disconnected or something. .240 down, 320 left. Ryan Sagisi currently on a 22:11.7. Bryant on a 22:11.8. Jeff 21:06. Robert 21:08. George 20 flat. Nelson 20:15. Got 3 minutes down. 3 minutes to go. Sagisi Mirafuente gap is .3 at this junction of the race. Got Miranda about 6 seconds back of that battle. Del Visco half a second back of Jeff. Jeff and Robert about 5 seconds up on George. George about 7 ahead of Nelson. 325 down, 235 to go. And now your battle for lead in favor of Mirafuente by 1/10 of a second. At 340 down, 220 left. This time by at the stripe, we got Mirafuente 22:11.5. Ryan Sagisi also 22:11.5. Miranda 21:06. Del Visco 21:07. Lynn 21:14. Nelson Anna 20. All right, folks, 2 minutes left in this one. And this time around, it's going to be Sagisi taking a turn at the top spot. 1:45 remaining. And Sagisi holding on by about 4/10 of a second here. 1:35 left. Ryan Bryant, Robert, Jeff, George, Nelson, Carlos, your full order of race number 4. All right, 440 down, 120 to go, drivers. This time around, Ryan Sagisi up by 6/10 of a second. And we got Robert moving into the 3 spot. He's just 4/10 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 2/10 ahead of George. All right, drivers, 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. $55 seconds left. Mirafuente, a bit of a long lap there. That's going to allow Sagisi to have some breathing room coming to the checkered flag. 30 seconds left, drivers. So George Lynn now making his way up to the 3 spot. He's just 2/10 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 8/10 ahead of Robert. We got 15 seconds to go. Careful in turn 1, drivers. All right, coast is clear. 10 seconds remain. Careful at the big jump. All clear. Mirafuente, you are done. Lynn, you are done. Ryan, you are done. Jeff, you are done. Nelson, you're done. One more car, and that will be a race. Got Ryan Sagisi going 22:13. Bryant going 21:05. George 21:07. Robert 21:12. Jeff 21:13. And Nelson 20:13. All right, folks, time is now 7:12. Let's get round 2 started. 7:20. 7:20, we'll get race 1 on track.
Alan Rodil. 10 car Ted.
Giovanni, you got a transponder? I'll hand count you. All right, folks, it's about that time. Let's get race 1 on the road. That'll be Alan, Sean, Jeremy, Theo, King, Anthony, and Giovanni. Turn marshals will be my guys from race number 4.
Alan Rodil. Jeremy Vidig. 1 minute to the start of the race. King Arroyo. Sean Torres. 45 seconds to the start of the race. Anthony Zachiglowski.
All right, looking for a few more cars. Also looking for some turn marshals. Got Robert out there all by
30 seconds
himself.
to the start of the race.
All right, well, technically Wednesday, even though pretty much everyone brings buggies, is a run what you
15
brung affair.
seconds to the start of the race.
Giovanni has brung a short course truck.
10 car Ted.
All right, I'm looking for a few more turn
Less than
marshals
5.
here. I got Robert. I got Bryant. I got Ryan. I got George. I got Carlos. And I got Jeff. All right. So we're going to go live loop here. All right, 25 seconds in. Got Alan going 20.4. All right, 40 seconds in. Right now, we got Alan Rodil on top of the leaderboard. Careful in the middle, guys. Careful in the middle switchbacks. Whoa. Somebody sent it. All right, 55 seconds down, 5:05 to go. All right, so we got Theo Lynn on top of the leaderboard, followed by Alan, King, Sean, Jeremy, Anthony, and Giovanni. We're 1:15 down, 4:45 to go. $120 down, 440 left. Theo currently on an 18-12 for pace. Got Allen on 18-14. King at 17-19. 135 in, 425 remaining. All right, Theo Lynn, 1809. We got King on a 1708, Allen 1712. Jeremy is 16:01, Sean 16:15, Anthony 14:17, Giovanni of 14:22. 2 minutes in, 4 minutes to go, drivers. $2:15 in, 3:45 left. Theo King Allen, followed by Jeremy, Sean, Anthony, Giovanni. $2:25 down, 3:35 left. All right, Theo about 5 seconds up on King. King about 4 up on Jeremy. Jeremy half a second ahead of Jeremy. Got 2:45 down, 3:15 to go. So Theo's pace, 18:09. King on 17:05. Allen on 17:13. Jeremy 17:17. Sean 16:19. Anthony 14:05. Giovanni at 14:13. Three minutes down, 3 minutes left. Back straight, back straight. Careful on the back straight. $3:30 down, $2:30 to go. All right, folks, we got just over 2 minutes to go. Theo King Allen, followed by Sean, Jeremy, Anthony, and Giovanni. All right, got a minute 45 remaining here. Theo King Allen, your top three. Got Theo 18:11, King 17:08, Allen 17:11, Jeremy 17:17, Sean out of 16 flat, Anthony 15:20, Giovanni 14:09. Got a minute 30 to go, drivers, 90 seconds left. This is race number 1 on track. All right, 1 minute to go, drivers. 1 minute left. Whoa, a little tie up there. Careful in turn 2, guys. Careful in turn 2. 45 seconds left in this one. Theo on a 17 flat. King 17:04. Jeremy 17:10. Allen also 17:10. Sean 17:14, Anthony 15:16, Giovanni almost on a 15-lap run. Careful at the end of the straight, guys. Careful at the end of the straight. All clear, all clear. Got Theo coming up on Giovanni there. 15 seconds. And time has expired. Keep on going, drivers. Keep going. All right, got Theo coming up on the other short course now. Allen, you're done. Jeremy, you're done. Sean, you're done. Anthony, you're done. Giovanni, you're done. 2 more cars. King, you're done. And that car's still on the clock. Oh, well. I guess not anymore. All right, so Theo going to take that one, followed by Alan, King, Jeremy, Sean, Anthony, and Giovanni. All right, race number 2, you guys are up. If I get my drivers from that last one to come on out and marshal, please. It's going to be Jimmy, Brian, Ryan, Ron, Dave, Martin, and John up in this one.
Chef Dave. Ryan R. Randall. Martin Arroyo. John Milio. Brian Merck. Ron Williams. Jimmy Blackwell.
All right, got everybody checked in. Just looking for some turn marshals.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, I'm looking for some turn marshals. I got Jeremy, I got Sean, I got Alan. Looking for the rest of my guys from race number 1.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
You are here. He's there. He's got hair.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, let's see. Looking for a few more turn marshals. I need one in front of the driver's stand. Also need one on the left.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Need 2 more turn marshals. Got Giovanni up front. Theo. We're looking for Theo.
Less than 5.
Where's Theo? I need Theo on the left. He was hiding in the bathroom. Well, he doesn't want to have an accident when he marshals. All right, we're going to go racing here. All right, Brian Merck going 19.5, Ryan Randall 19.9, Martin going 19.2. Jimmy going 19.2 as well, John a 24, Dave a 20.3, and Ron with a 19.8. Careful at the big jump, guys. Careful at the big jump. All clear, all clear. 45 seconds in, 5:15 to go. And it is Brian Merck on top of the leaderboard. Got Brian Merck driving that Corsa gray painted at Mugen MSB1. The jury is still out there on what MSB stands for. I'm assuming it stands for Mugen Super Buggy. But if anyone has some theories, we're open to hear them. Got a minute 20 down, 4:40 to go. Merck on a 19.02, Arroyo 19.12, Williams an 18 flat, Randall on an 18.17, Milio on a 18.20, Kreider on a 17.12, Blackwell on a 17.19. We got a minute 40 down. Race leader driving that bluish gray. Color's actually Tamiya Corsa gray, but it looks kind of like a bluish gray. Second spot is going to be the red, white, and blue. Third spot's going to be the yellow with the red stripes. 2 minutes down, drivers. 4 minutes to go. Brian, Ron, Martin, followed by Ryan, Jimmy, John, and Dave. Your full running order. Got Brian Merck currently on a 19 flat for pace. He's coming up on some traffic here, so if you see that light blue, light gray buggy, give him a little bit of space. Good teamwork there. 2:30 down, 3:30 left. Merck's pace 19 flat. Got Williams a 19:17. Arroyo also a 19:17. Randall 18:01. Blackwell 18:08. Kreider 18:14. And Melio 17:03. 3:15 to go, drivers. Three minutes down, 3 minutes remain. Merck's pace now 19:01. Randall 19:16. Williams 19:17. Blackwell 18:04. Arroyo 18:07. Kreider 18:11. And Melio 17 flat. Careful on the back straight. I think it's clear now. 3:25 down and 2:35 to go. Brian Merck going 18:0 that time by. Fastest lap of this race. 18:0, way to go. 3:40 down, 2:20 left in this one. All right, Brian Merck now on a 20-lap pace. Got Ron Williams on a 19:17, Ryan Randall 19:19, Martin on an 18:05, Dave 18:05, Jimmy 18:14, and John 18:19. Got a minute 50 to go, drivers. A minute 35 left in this one. Merck that time by a 19:0. Puts the pace at 20:18. Got Randall going 19:15. Williams going 19:16. Kreider 18:08. Blackwell 18:08. Arroyo 18:16. Melio 18:18. 75 seconds left, drivers. A minute 15 to go. Wait for the... All right, that works. We got 1 minute to go. Merck out there driving the MSB1. That drivetrain's still breaking in. 45 seconds left. $35 seconds to go. Careful in turn 2. 30 seconds left. Careful in the mini bun. And that's clearing up. 20 seconds left. Closest battle here is going to be Ryan Randall and Ron Williams. They're just 1.3 apart from each other on the clock. 10 seconds remain. This is race 2 on track, so race 3, start thinking about it. Keep going, guys. Keep on going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Ryan, Jimmy, Martin, you guys are done. Dave, you're done. Brian, you're done. John, you're done. One more car. One more car. Still on the clock, guys. Yellow car still on the clock. And that will be a race, drivers. Brian Merck taking it 2018. Got Ryan Randall 19:12, Ron Williams 19:19, Jimmy going 18:07, Dave 18:08, Martin 18:10, and John 18:17. Okay, we're moving on to race number 3. That'll be Tony Landon, Lucas, Steve, Boris, and Ben.
Lucas Sichiglowski. Long Ben. Jump N Land N. Steve Loom. Boris Morales. AJ Cardinale. El Tigre.
All right, got John, I got Martin, I got Ryan. Looks like we got Brian down there.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, we got Jimmy headed to the West Coast.
"45 seconds.
All
to
right,
the
just
start
need
of
one
the
more
race.
marshal to the front of the driver's stand, and we'll be good.
"30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, everybody's
15
checked in. We got
seconds
all
to
of
the
our
start of the
marshals in
race.
spots. We are going racing here. Loop is live. All right, everybody's officially being scored now. Cardinale going 17-8, Ken going 17-6, Lucas going 18-3. Steve going 18-1, Ben 19-9. Boris an 18-0, and Tony a 17-6. All right, we're 40 seconds in. Careful at the tabletop, guys. Careful at the tabletop. All right, it's clear. 50 seconds down. It's going to be Landon Kane on top of the leaderboard. Oh, someone almost got punted. All right, 105 down, 455 remaining. Right now, it's Landon, Lucas, Steve, Art, Ben, Boris, and Tony. Still early, buck 15 in, 4:45 to go. All right, fast lap so far. Going to be Landon at a 17.6. We got Lucas 17.8. Art going 17.8 as well. Landon going 17.3 that time around. All right, a buck 40 down. Landon Kane 21.10 for pace. Yeah, Lucas 20.06, Steve 20.07, Art 20.15, Ben 19.01, Boris 19.02, Tony 19.10. 150 down, 410 remains. Landon about 4 seconds up on Lucas. Lucas and Steve have a little battle going on now. Mid-pack's still close. Landon's starting to pull away, getting smaller in the windshield. .215 in, 3:45 left. Landon, Steve, Lucas, followed by Art, Boris, Tony, Ben. Your full running order here. 225 in, 335 remains. Landon another 17.3 at the stripe. 21.09 now the pace. Lucas and Steve out of 20.06. Art 2013, Boris 2014, Tony 2017, and Ben 2018. 240 in, 320 to go. All right, race leader driving silver and blue. Second place is driving the gray and orange. Third place car, the lilac and purple. Oh, trouble in the middle. Careful at the switchbacks. We got 310 down, 250 to go. Careful on the right, careful on the right. Careful on the right side, guys. 320 down, 240 to go. A little bit of a long lap for your leader, so that will drop his pace down to a 20.01. Got Lucas 20.06, Art 20.08, Steve 2012, Tony 2015, Boris 2017, and Ben 1917. 340 down, 220 to go. Careful on the straight. It looks like that's clear. All right, so Landon almost on a 21 lapper here. 2 minutes to go, drivers. All right, Landon 21:17, Lucas 20:09, Art 20:09, Steve 20:11, Tony 20:11, Boris 20:17, Ben 19:18. 4:15 down and 1:45 left in this one, folks. This is race number 3 on track. Landon, Lucas, Art, Tony, Steve, Boris, Ben. Closest battle here is for the 2 spot. Lucas is 2 tenths up on Art. Art 1 second ahead of Steve. Those guys a few tenths up on Tony. It's close here. 1:20 remaining, drivers. Landon 17-2 that time by. Backs it up with a 17.5. So Landon's pace now 21:15. 1 minute to go. Lucas on 20:07, Tony 20:08, Art 20:09, Steve 20:10, Boris 19 flat, Ben 19:16. 45 seconds remain, drivers. We're starting to see a little bit of a Mugen presence, it looks like. I believe Boris is out there driving a Mugen. Whoa, that was a nice save, Boris. I don't know how you did that, but that was cool. 25 seconds to go. $15 seconds. Landon 21:13 in the works. Battles on for the 2. Got Lucas 1.2 ahead of Art. Art 0.1 ahead of Tony. Tony 0.8 ahead of Steve. It's going to come down to these final laps here. Time's about to expire, but keep on going, drivers. Keep going. All right, Lucas, you are done. Art, you are done. Landon, you are done. Steve, you're done. Ben, you're done. 2 more. Tony, you're done. 1 more car. 1 more car. And that'll be a race, guys. Landon Kane taking that one, going 21:13. Got Lucas 20:06, Tony 20:07, Steve 20:08, Art 20:11, Boris 20:16, and Ben 19:13. All right, I'm going to need you guys to come on out and turn marshal. Up next is race number 4.
Ryan Sageezy, George Lynn, Too Soon Jr., Double C, Bryant Marafunte. Nelson
Oh,
B.
careful in turn 2, guys. Turn 1, turn 2. Be careful. Be careful. Got 1 down. Wall ride number 1. I need a little help. All right, turn
Robert
marshal's going to be my
Dalvisco.
drivers from that last group. That'll be Landon, Lucas, Tony, Steve, Art, Boris, Ben.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Careful at the wall ride, guys. Still there. All right, I got Boris, I got Tony, I got Ben, Lucas. Who am I
45
missing?
seconds to the start of the race.
All right, got Art on the way. Second wall
30
ride, be
seconds
careful.
to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right. We got our turn marshals.
than
We
5.
got everybody checked in. We are going racing. Okay, everybody has started. Ryan going 16-7. Bryant going 16-4. George 19-0. Nelson 18-0. Jeff 17-4. Carlos 18-2. And Robert is 17-4. Yeah, 30 seconds down, drivers. Ryan, Bryant, Robert, your top three so far, followed by Nelson, Jeff, Carlos, George. Still very early in this one, just 45 seconds down. Oh, wow. Computer has just alerted me. Today is Western Monarch Day. In case anyone's interested. For the butterfly aficionados out there. Meanwhile, on track, we got minute 10 down, 4:50 remaining. Give me Ryan Sagisi, currently on a 22-14 for pace. Got Bryant on 22-17, Robert 21-06, Jeff 21-09, Nelson 21-14, George 21-17, and Carlos almost on 20. 130 down, 430 left, drivers. Fast lap so far. Going to be Mirafuente at a 16-4. Got Sagisi a 16-7. Everyone else at this junction, low 17s. Minute 45 down and 4:15 to go. Ryan, Bryant, George, followed by Nelson, Jeff, Robert, Carlos. Sagisi that time around, 16-7. Puts his pace at a 22-12. 2:15 down, 3:45 left. Sagisi 22-11, Mirafuente 22-14, Lynn 21-08, B 21-17, Miranda 20-01, Del Visco 20-09, Cortez 19-12. Got 2:30 down and 3:30 left in this one. 16-6 that time around for your race leader. So we got Ryan about 2 seconds up on Bryant. Bryant is 3.2 ahead of George. George 4 seconds ahead of Jeff. Jeff 1.6 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 2.4 ahead of Robert. We're approaching halfway. 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Ryan Sagisi, 21-11 is the pace. And a little bobble for the leader there. He ends up 2:40 left in this one. See how everything. Oh, careful on the straight, guys. Careful getting onto the straight. Whoa, careful on the straightaway. All clear, all clear. So we got Sagisi 22-15, Mirafuente 21 flat, Lynn 21-04, B 21-17, Del Visco 20-03, Miranda 20-08. 3:50 down, 2:10 to go. Two minutes left, drivers. Sagisi's pace, 22:15. He's 2.5 up on Bryant. Bryant 1.5 ahead of George. George 9 seconds ahead of Nelson. Nelson 1.2 ahead of Robert. Robert 5 ahead of Jeff. Got a $140 remaining here. Race leader 22-14, Bryant 21-01, George 21-04, Nelson 20 flat, Robert 20-04, Jeff 20-09. We got a minute 20 remaining here in our final qualifier. 1:10 remaining. Ryan now 3 seconds up on Brian. Brian 2.5 up on George. George 11 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 2.5 ahead of Robert. Robert 2.7 up on Jeff. 55 seconds to go. Ryan, Bryant, George, Nelson, Robert, Jeff, your full order. Closest battle right now is going to be Jeff and Robert. 35 seconds left. Twenty seconds remaining. Ten seconds left, drivers. Keep on going, keep on going. Bryant, you're done. George, you're done. Robert, you're done. Ryan, you're done. And Nelson, you're done. That'll be a race, guys. That'll be a race. Sagisi going 22:14. Mirafonte 21:03.24. Lynn going 21:03.29. Nelson at 21:16. Robert 20:01. All right, folks. Track will be open for practice for a few minutes while we get the man set up. All right, guys. Got the main event sorted out. Got down to an E-man tonight. So, our first group up is going to be John, Theo, King, Anthony, Giovanni, Carlos. Race number 2 will be Ron, Alan, Dave, Martin, Sean, and Jeremy. Race number 3, Boris, Brian, Ryan, Jimmy, and Ben. Race 4 will be Nelson, Tony, Lucas, Steve, and Art. And race number 5 will be Ryan, Bryant, George, Robert, Landon, Jeff. All right, so we'll get race one up. Let's see, it's about 8 o'clock. Let's call it 10 minutes, guys. Get race one up at 8:10. Oh, yeah, and we'll take one bump up from each lower, man. One bump up from each lower.
Ryan
George Lynn.
Sageezy. (16-4), 16-7. Chef Dave. (16-3), 16-6. (19-8), 16-6. (19-9), 17-3, 33.8. (17-2), 18-2, 21 flat. (16-5), 17-1, 19-5. (18-3), 22.6, 20.5. (15-9), 21.4, 20.2. 17-2, 17-3. 20.2. 203.7. Sixteen four. Seventeen nine.
All right, folks, couple minutes to race time here. Race number 1 is going to be John, Theo, King, Anthony, Giovanni, and Carlos. Winner of this one gets to move on to the D-main event. I want to see Carlos climb the ladder tonight. I think the young man has potential. All right, looks like race number 1 is making its way to the driver's stand.
10 car Ted. King Arroyo. 20.9.
Jesus Christ, come on, computer.
$22.1, 42.7, 22.2.
All right, I am looking for turn marshals, drivers from race number 5.
John Milio.
I'm looking for Ryan, Bryant, George, Robert, Landon, Jeff. All right, I got Ryan out here. Got George, got Robert, got a Jeff. All right, I need one more marshal in front of the driver's stand. I'm going to need an alternate for Landon. Wow.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, seriously, though, I do need a turn marshal in front of the driver's stand. Landon, I might have to make you marshal.
45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, we got one more car on the way potentially. Carlos, are you going to make it? No. Okay. Oh, man, I wanted to see Carlos climb the ladder.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Okay,
Less than
cool.
5.
Thank you, Sean. Well, let's line them up, guys. We're going to put John on the 1, Theo on the 2, King on the 3, Anthony on the 4, Giovanni on the 5, Landon on the 6. Where are you going, Anthony? There, okay. There we go. All right. All right, guys. Play nice with each other now. We got 6 minutes on the clock here. Your top placing buggy is going to make it to the next race. Well, hey, if you win, okay. All right, drivers ready. We're going racing. Less than 5. And Theo quickly making his way to the front. Ooh, King going inside outside with Theo there. Good clean racing. They make their way down the straightaway. King ahead by about a car length. 25 seconds in, 5:35 to go. All right, 40 seconds in. Theo Lynn crosses the line just ahead of King, but they both have problems in turn 1. Anthony has problems in turn 1. That's going to give John the opportunity here. 55 seconds in, 5:05 to go. Theo up on his lid. That's going to put King to the 1, John to the 2. Down the back straight they go. Got King just half a second up on John. John 1.2 ahead of Theo. Theo about 2 seconds up on Anthony. We got buck 15 down, 4:45 to go. All right, King Arroyo now half a second ahead of John. John half a second ahead of Theo. Top 3 cars over the tabletop. Got that blue car leading the way. Got leaders coming up on some traffic here. A little trouble for our leaders. So this is going to put Theo Lynn in the 1 spot. We got Theo coming up on the short courses. 2 minutes in, 4 minutes to go. Oh, John with a little roll. So John out to the front. Got King in the 2, battling with Theo. John a little wide there. Top 3 cars still within about a second and a half of one another. We got 2:30 down, 3:30 to go. All right, leaders once again coming up on a little bit of traffic here. All right, 2:45 down, 3:15 left. Oh, Theo looking for the move. Our lead battle making its way down the back straight into turn 1. John holding it down, 1.6 ahead of Theo. Theo 0.7 ahead of King. $250 remaining, drivers. One, 2, and 3 making their way over the tabletop now. Careful, Anthony. Whoa, Anthony able to drive under the piping there. Not going to lie, that was kind of impressive. But be careful there. Let King by. Please let King by. 3:30 in, 2:30 to go. Trouble in turn one. John puts it into the piping. It's going to allow Theo to retake the lead. The last spot, and the D-man hangs in the balance here. 2:15 remaining, drivers. All right, Theo out front, 1.1 ahead of John Melio. Got John 3.8 ahead of King. 4 minutes down, drivers. 2 minutes to go. Battle for the lead is still close here. These guys are making their way onto the back straight. Theo and John just 0.7 of a second apart here. 1:40 remaining, drivers. And leaders having to dodge some traffic there. They're making their way onto the back straight once again with 1:30 to go. John having a little roll. Theo now has a bit of breathing room, but we got race leader coming up on some traffic there. Coming up on Giovanni. 1:10 remaining. Just over a minute to go. Theo Lynn now 1.6 ahead of John Melio. Got John 3 seconds ahead of King. 55 seconds remain. $40 seconds left. This time around, Theo 1.6 clear of John. Got John 3.8 ahead of King. 30 seconds left. Careful in the middle, guys. Right in the middle of the track. Middle of the rhythm section. Whoa. 15 seconds left. And Theo upside down. Need a little help. 5 seconds to go. John has now taken over the one spot. All right, to the finish, it's going to be John taking the W. All right, that'll be a finish. All cars now finished. John's going to move on to the D-main. Our podium for this one will be Theo, King, and Anthony. All right, folks, moving on to race number 2. All right, pull those things in before you kill somebody.
Chef Dave, Jeremy Vidig, Alan Rodil, Ron Williams, One minute to the start of the race.
All right, I am looking for turn marshals. If I get my drivers from that previous group.
45 seconds to the start of the race. Sean Torres.
Hey, can I get
30
somebody to
seconds to
take
the
the
start of
podium
the
photos
race.
tonight?
Martin Arroyo. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
Yeah, we got 3 at the podium waiting.
Less than 5.
Hey, would somebody like to act as our podium photographer for the night? All right, I think Del Visco's the man. Thank you, sir. All right, a lineup for this one is going to be Ron on the 1, Alan 2, Dave 3, Martin 4, Sean 5, Jeremy 6, and we'll get John on the number 7. Yeah. All right, I'll get my drivers from the last one. Hey, is Giovanni out here? Cool. Yeah, you'll be on number 7. Although I will need you to cross. Yeah, there we go.
John Milio.
All right, if I can get my podium finishers to take the left side of the course. Got King on his way. If I get Anthony and Theo as well. Anthony and Theo. Anthony and Theo, I need your help, please. All right. We got marshals. We got a grid. 6 minutes on the clock. The winner of this one goes to the Seaman. Drivers ready. Racing in less than 5. Here we go. Got Ron Williams leading them off. Oh, a little trouble there. Still a long race ahead. 15 seconds down. Got Dave Kreider out to the 1 spot. All right, let's see what Chef Dave can do with this. Holding down the 1 spot. Got Martin. Oh, Martin, a little flip. "35 seconds in, 5:25 remaining. Dave Kreider holding it down. He's about straight away a length ahead of Sean Torres. Got Alan Rodil holding down the 3, just ahead of Ron, who is just ahead of John, who is just ahead of Martin. 50 seconds down. Trouble in the mini bun. 1 minute down, 5 minutes to go. Right now it's Dave, Alan, Ron, Sean, John, Martin, Jeremy, your full running order. God, Dave Kreider, 3 seconds ahead of Alan Rodil. 19-0 for your race leader that time around. He's driving the orange and white car, making his way to the tabletop. Alan holding down the 2 spot, driving the turquoise car. Sean about 1.6 back. That's one of your closer battles on track. Sean and Alan. Got Martin closing in on that battle as well. A minute 45 down, 4:15 remaining. Oh, this junction of the race, we got Dave Kreider, 4.7 ahead of Alan Rodil. Alan 1 second ahead of Sean. Sean 1.3 ahead of Martin. Got Martin 3.5 up on John. John 3.1 ahead of Ron. And Ron 0.8 ahead of Jeremy. 2:05 down, 3:55 remaining. A little trouble for your second place runner. And trouble for Sean. A big pile up here at the big jump. Careful at the big jump, guys. Careful at the big jump. That's going to allow Ron Williams a chance here. 2:25 in, 3:35 left. Dave, Alan, Sean, Ron, Martin, John, and Jeremy, your full running order. .245 down, 3:15 remaining. Dave, Alan, Ron, Sean, Martin, Jeremy, John, your full order here. 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Careful in the middle, guys. Oh, race leader, orange and white car making his way onto the back straightaway now. 2:40 remaining. Dave Kreider holding down a 10-second lead. Got Ron Williams just making the pass for the 2 spot there. And Ron that time by going 18-9. That's fast lap of the race. That looks like Alan Rodil now back to the 2. Battle to watch is going to be that turquoise versus the yellow making their way through the middle section. Trouble for Alan, unfortunately. That does put Ron back to the 2. 2:10 remains, drivers. Dave now 13 seconds ahead of Ron. Ron 1.7 ahead of Alan. Alan now 0.5 ahead of Martin and Jeremy. Trouble there for Alan. Oh, geez. Oh, man, when it rains, it pours. .415 down, 1:45 to go. Careful on the back straight. All clear. So it's Kreider, Williams, Arroyo, Vitug, Melio, Rodil, and Torres, your full running order. Got a minute 30 left in this one. A minute 10 remaining. Five minutes down, 1 minute to go, drivers. Yeah, Dave, 12 seconds ahead of Ron. Ron, 3 seconds now up on Jeremy. Jeremy, 3 seconds ahead of Martin. Martin, 2.8 ahead of John. John, 9.5 up on Alan. Alan, just half a second ahead of Sean. We got 40 seconds left. .30 seconds to go. .20 seconds to go, drivers. This is race number 2. Looks like Dave in prime position to make it to race number 3. 5 seconds. And time has expired. Dave getting caught at the line. All right, we got John getting caught as well. Everybody else as you cross. And that will be a race. Dave Kreider makes it to the C main event. Podium for this race will be Ron, Jeremy, and Martin. Ron Williams, Jeremy Vitug, and Martin Arroyo, please report to the podium. All right, moving into race number 3, our C main event. That will be Boris, Brian, Ryan, Jimmy, Ben, and Dave.
Ryan R. Randall. Boris Morales.
Careful entering the rhythm section, guys. Got one down.
Jimmy
Careful
Blackwell.
on the right-hand side of the course, too. Got one down entering the rhythm section near the middle.
Long Ben.
Need a little help on kind of the right middle side.
One minute to the start of the race. Brian Merck. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, if I can get my drivers from that last race to the track,
30
please.
seconds to the start of the
I
race.
need a little help at the tabletop, and I need a little help at all the other corners as well.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, turn marshals
Less
should be
than
Ron, Jeremy, Martin, John, Sean, and Alan.
Chef Dave.
All right, looks like I got my marshals. What's up? What car, what? What? Oh, that'd be the orange and white car, Dave. All right, let's line them up. It's going to be Boris on the number 1, Brian on the number 2, Ryan Randall on the number 3, Jimmy on the number 4, Ben number 5, and Dave number 6. All right, we got ourselves a grid. We got marshals. We got 6 minutes on the clock here, drivers, and we are going racing in less than 5. Here we go. Boris leads them off. Got a pair of Mugans leading this race. Got some brand diversity. A little trouble for Merck there. So Boris Morales out front driving the yellow ride. Ryan Randall moving up to the 2 spot, followed by Ben, then Jimmy, Dave, and Brian. Still a good close race here. 35 seconds in, 5:25 left. .45 seconds in, 5:15 to go. Oh, Boris with a little stumble there. Go ahead. So this time by the stripe, Boris 3.5 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 1.1 ahead of Ben. Ben 2.8 ahead of Brian. Brian 1.7 up on Jimmy. Jimmy 2 seconds ahead of Dave. Got 110 down and 450 remaining. This is race number 3, our C group. Winner of this one goes to the B. Boris currently 4.5 seconds up. Got Ryan in the 2 spot, 1.9 ahead of Ben. Ben is 2 seconds up on Brian. Brian 4.3 ahead of Jimmy, and Jimmy 0.1 ahead of Dave. Now it's the other way around. And they're side by side there. Jimmy makes the move, but Jimmy giving it back. Good battle there, but oh, something happened to Jimmy's car. 145 down, 4:15 to go, drivers. Race leader driving the yellow car, yellow wheels, making his way through that chicane and going down the back straight. All right, 2:15 down, 3:45 remaining. Boris, Ryan, Ben, Brian, Dave, Jimmy. Back straight. All clear. All right, Boris still 6 seconds ahead of Ryan Randall. Ryan 3 seconds ahead of Ben. Ben 0.9 ahead of Brian. And Brian about 6 up on Dave. 2:45 down, 3:15 to go. Got one down at the rhythm section. That is going to be long. Three minutes down, 3 minutes to go. And sure enough, Ben Long, long lap. He's never heard that joke before. 2:50 remaining here. Boris now 7 seconds up on Ryan. Ryan 2.3 ahead of Brian. Brian 4.8 ahead of Ben. And Ben 7 seconds up on Dave. That time around, Boris setting fast lap, 17.4. Got 330 down, 230 remaining. Boris, Ryan, Brian, Ben, Dave, and Jimmy, your full order. Got 345 down and 215 left in this one. All right, 4 minutes in, 2 minutes to go, drivers. Boris, Ryan, Brian, Ben, Dave, Jimmy. Actually, Brian Merck now up to the 2. All right, a minute 40 left in this one. Closest battle out there is going to be Ryan Randall and Ben Long. They're about a second apart. It's going to be a pink car versus the green and blue. 125 remains. All right, good teamwork there. Now Ben going to try to follow him through. Where'd Ben go? There he is. All right, 1 minute to go, drivers. Boris, Brian, Ryan, Ben, Dave, Jimmy, the full order. 45 seconds left here. Closest battle still going to be Ryan versus Ben, but they are about 4 seconds apart now. Oh. Go, go, go. All right, 30 seconds to go. Yellow car is the leader, but he does have a massive lead. 20 seconds remaining. Ten seconds, drivers. And that's the tone. When you cross the line, you will be done. Go ahead. All right, that'll be a race, guys. That'll be a race. Boris, Brian, Ryan, Ben, Dave, Jimmy, the full order here. So Boris makes it to the B group. Podium for this one will be Brian, Ryan, and Ben. I might need a few volunteer marshals for this one, so if anybody wants to help out, thank you, Jimmy. Might need a volunteer or two, so if anybody wants to help out, I could use the help on this one. All right, this is our B group.
LT Gray.
It's going to be
Steve
Nelson,
Wood.
Tony, Lucas, Steve, Art, and Boris.
Lucas Sichiglowski. Nelson B. AJ Cardinale.
All right, podium from that last one, Brian, Ryan, and Ben. All right, I need a little help marshaling out here, guys. May need a volunteer or two as well as my group from the last one.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right. Still waiting on the podium, but I do need a few volunteers. If I can get a few volunteers out here, that'd be great.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Thank you, guys.
"30 seconds to the start of the race. Boris Morales.
All right, looking for a few more. I need a little help on the
15
left. I
seconds
need a
to
little
the
help in
start
front of
of
the
the
driver's
race.
stand. Oh,
Less
boy.
than 5.
Yeah. All right, we're going to line this one up here. Nelson on the 1 spot, Tony 2, Lucas 3, Steve 4, Art 5, and Boris 6. Nelson doing the slalom. All right, grid is good. Drivers, best of luck. 6 minutes starts in less than 5. Here we go. Got Nelson B leading them off. Driving the black and copper. All right, 15 seconds in. Gonna be Tony Wilson to the 1 spot, followed by Lucas and Nelson. Top 3, a little bit of a gap before we get to the next 3. It looks like Steve debuting a new paint job there. We got 40 seconds down. Right now it is El Tigre out front. We got ourselves a battle for the 2 spot. Nelson versus Lucas here. 50 seconds in, 5:10 remains. So Tony now 2.5 seconds up on that battle for the 2. Nelson just ahead of Lucas. These guys appear to have very similar paces. Guys making their way through that bun, over the final double, through the chicane, and onto the back straightaway. Lucas going 17.9 there. Steve going 17.6. Tony going 17.4. Boris is 17.6. We got $1.25 down and 4.35 remaining. Right now it's Tony, Lucas, Nelson, Steve, Boris, Art. All right, the laps are getting faster. Lucas going 17.4. Nelson is 17.8. Art going 17.8. 1:45 down and 4:15 left in this one. All right, we got just about 2 minutes in and 4 minutes remaining. A little trouble for Lucas there. We'll put Nelson back to the 2. And we got Steve here closing in on that 3rd spot. 2:10 down, 3:50 to go. All right, Tony, Nelson, Lucas, Steve, Boris, Art is your full order. Battle to watch is going to be that Nelson, Lucas, Steve battle. We got Boris part of that battle as well. Those guys all within probably about 4 seconds of one another. A little trouble for Nelson there, but the marshal gets there before Lucas does, so he keeps the spot. 2:45 in, 3:15 to go. Right now, Tony Wilson enjoying a 3.5 second lead. Nelson feeling the heat. Got Lucas putting the pressure on, but Lucas having a bobble. 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. We got 3:15 down, 2:45 to go. Mid-pack battle is still interesting. Got Nelson just ahead of Steve, Boris, Art, and Lucas. Nelson does have a bit of breathing room. He's about 2 seconds ahead of Steve now. Steve 0.8 ahead of Boris. Boris 1.8 ahead of Art. Art about, trouble for Art in the middle. That's going to move Lucas into the top 5. 3:40 down, 2:20 to go. Wilson now 3.3 ahead of B. Got Nelson 1.9 ahead of Steve. Steve 0.7 ahead of Boris. Boris 3 seconds up on Lucas, and Lucas 2.6 ahead of Art. We got 2 minutes to go, drivers. This is our B main on track. Winner will participate in the A main event. $1.50 remains. This time around, we got Wilson 2.8 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 1.4 ahead of Steve. Steve 0.7 ahead of Boris. Trouble for Nelson. That's going to promote Steve and Boris. 1:25 to go, drivers. Race leader now about 5 seconds up on that second spot. Balbotoni having some trouble there. Not sure what happened to Tony there, but it looks like it's good now. 1 minute to go, drivers. Race leader down the back straight. 17.5 that time around. Got Steve 3.1 back of Tony. Got Boris 0.7 back of Steve. Nelson 3.6 back of Boris. Now Lucas 4.2 back of Nelson. And Art 1 second back of Lucas. 35 seconds remain, drivers. Steve and Boris within a couple of tenths here. 25 seconds to go. Battle's on for the 2 spot. 15 seconds left. Five seconds to go. Oh, a little trouble for Boris there. Go. Tony got caught at the line, so that solidifies the fact that he will make the A-main event. All right, that'll be a race, drivers. That'll be a race. Tony Wilson makes it to the A group. Podium for RB will be Steve, Boris, and Nelson. Rest of the order will be Lucas and Art. And Tony. I like to do Italian voice.
Ryan Sageezy. Brian Muraphuza.
All right, let's get
Too
some
soon,
turn
Junior.
marshals to
Jump
the
and
course,
land
please. All right, this one's going to be
Robert
Ryan,
Del
Brian,
Visco.
Robert, Landon, Jeff, and Tony.
One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of
All
the
right,
race.
yeah, our marshals making their way to the track. Hey, Tony, gonna make it to the race,
15 seconds to the start of the race.
We wait for Tony.
Less than 5.
All right, so you're starting a lineup. It's going to be Ryan on the 1, Bryant on the 2, Robert on the 3, Landon 4, Jeff 5, Tony 6. When we get there. It's a Tony.
El Tigre.
All right, if I can get one more marshal to the left side. Mr. Cardinale en route. Over on the left side. All right, this is our A main event. Drivers ready. We are going racing in less than 5. All right, we got Ryan Sagisi leading the field into the infield here. Through the room section they go. Mirafuente taking a tumble. So that is going to promote Landon Cain to the 2. Can he do the do? 25 seconds in, 5:35 to go. Ryan Sagisi out front, driving the black and turquoise. Black and teal. Landon Cain driving the silver and blue. Robert Del Visco right there with him, driving the yellow and blue. Tony making his way from the back to the 4. Got 55 seconds in, 5:05 to go. Ryan Sagisi now 2.5 seconds up on Landon. Landon 0.9 ahead of Robert. Robert 1.4 ahead of Tony. Tony 4 seconds up on Jeff. Got $1.15 down, 4:45 to go. Fastest lap so far, Ryan Sagisi 16.8. Got Landon 17.2, Robert 17.0. Bryant to 17.0. 130 down, 4:30 to go. All right, 16.6 that time by for Bryant Mirafuente. $150 down. We got Ryan Sagisi going 16.4 that time around. A little trouble in the rhythm section. 2 minutes down, 4 minutes to go. Right now it's Ryan, Landon, Tony, Robert, Bryant, and Jeff. Got Ryan 3.2 ahead of Landon. Landon 3.6 ahead of Tony. Tony 1.6 ahead of Robert. Robert 4.5 ahead of Bryant. And Bryant 4.8 ahead of Jeff. 2:30 down, 3:30 left in this one. Ryan Sagisi making his way to the tabletop here. Black and teal car is your race leader. Second place, driving silver and blue. Your third place battle now over the tabletop. That's going to be blue, yellow, white versus yellow and blue. We're approaching halfway, drivers. 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Wilson Del Visco, closest battle on track right now. 2:50 remaining. Right now, 5.3 ahead of Landon. Landon 4.2 ahead of Tony. Tony having some problems there. So Del Visco now to the 3 spot. 3:30 down, 2:30 left in this one. Ryan, Landon, Robert, Tony, Bryant, and Jeff, your full running order. Careful landing the big jump, guys. They're coming for you, Boris. 2:20 remaining. Ryan now 6.4 ahead of Landon. Landon 4.6 ahead of Robert. Robert 2.6 ahead of Bryant. Trouble in the middle. All right, that's clearing up. 4 minutes down, 2 minutes left in this one. Just under 2 minutes remaining. A minute 45 remains. Ryan, Landon, Robert, Bryant, Tony, Jeff, your full running order here. Got Ryan 7 seconds up on Landon. Landon 4.3 ahead of Robert. Robert 1.7 ahead of Bryant. Bryant 7 seconds up on Tony. Tony 4.5 up on Jeff. A minute 20 left in this one, drivers. $110 to go. Little help. Thank you. 1:05 remaining here. Race leader making his way into that last double through the chicane and onto the back straight. Your second place car through the rhythm section. And your third place battle now through the rhythm section. It's going to be the yellow and blue versus, well, the yellow and blue. Trouble for Robert, though. Unfortunately, not much of a battle. 40 seconds remaining. $30 seconds left. $20 seconds remain. $15 seconds left. All right, time is about to expire here. When you cross the line, you will be done. One more car, and that will be a race, drivers. Your podium for tonight in the A-Main event will be Ryan, Landon, and Bryant. Rest of the order is Robert, Tony, Jeff, and No George. All right, thank you all for coming out. We're going to do it again on Friday night. Also, we got a swap meet going on this Sunday, early on Sunday. Most likely all the action's going to happen early. So if you guys want to stop by before your Super Bowl shenanigans, we got some RC deals. All right, folks, thanks for coming out. We'll see you next time.